All right. And I went ahead and clicked start streaming. Let's see if it can go through. Streaming again. Okay, we're in the green. Perfect. Oh, we're already live. That's kind of weird.
How dare you?
It's not me. It's YouTube Studio. I guess they're trying something new where they instantly stream people live without clicking stream now.
That's gonna cause some problems.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, we're live.
We haven't synced up audio yet.
Nope. But we'll do it live.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Counting down. Hit record first.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. It's good. All right.
Is it really? All right. Good.
Yep.
Start.
Ready to go.
All right. Welcome to episode 131. This episode 2, we talk about Battle of the Easter. Damn it.
Do it again.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Welcome to episode 131. This episode 2, we talk about Battle of the Easter Titans. Yo homes to Bel-Air. And Anton Eats Food. I'm Mount Flores.
And I'm Anton Duan.
Anton, so I hear you like to eat stuff occasionally.
Occasionally. Yeah, sometimes, you have those cravings, especially when you live somewhere else that you're not used to eating your regular comfort food. Especially in, Southern California, we have so many different types of chains that are not on the East Coast.
It always throws me off knowing that In-N-Out is not readily available across the country.
Yeah, I mean, it goes as far as Texas, which is good enough. I mean,
which is relatively new, isn't it? I think that's only with the past couple of years it started expanding to Texas.
I think probably like within the last 10 years at least. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, Whataburger has been owning that area.
Yeah. So funny you say that. We'll get to Whataburger in a second. So since I got the Tesla Model Y, I wanted to take a kind of like a small trip to go somewhere far. So the furthest I've gone would be Jacksonville, which is about an hour, 45 minutes away. I mean, it's kind of like driving to San Diego, like from Orange County to San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah,
good distance.
Right?
Yeah.
So for a while, I knew that they had a chain that I wanted to hit up because I haven't had it in a long time. And you live, I think you live like 2 streets away from it, or probably 1 street away. You just hop the wall and you'll be there. And that's L&L Hawaiian BBQ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
See,
good
that's
stuff
the thing about L&L is there's a lot of other chains that do Hawaiian barbecue, and only L&L Hawaiian BBQ hits it every single time.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. There was also a Hawaiian barbecue place by my old office. Mm-hmm. Exact same menu. Exact same thing. Not the same. I don't know what it is.
It's so weird.
Best way I can say is watery, even though there's I don't know. It's hard to explain. You're right. Something about L&L just hits the spot.
Yeah, we used to have a friend that works there, so we used to eat there quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Twin.
I don't think I was eating L&L when she worked there.
Oh, no? Oh, that's weird.
No.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time when she was working there. And I think she worked there longer than she was working at Popeyes.
No rest? Oh, I forgot about Popeyes. Yeah. That one I do remember.
All right. So anyways, I drove an hour, 45 minutes there. And when I got there, I ordered online because I didn't want to go inside and order. I mean, I was about to, but I mean, I had a kid in the car and I just wanted to make everything as fast as possible.
That's so I the kid in the car.
Yeah. So I went on their website. I went on their website and I did a takeout order. And the crazy thing was, I don't know how busy they were. From looking from the outside, it doesn't look busy because, I mean, probably a lot of people did call in to order. So
right.
My order wasn't ready until like an hour later.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn,
That's a long
okay,
way.
all right. So I ordered a couple things on there. I ordered
Chicken
chicken
katsu.
katsu. Yep,
Damn right.
that's. I ordered 2 boxes of it because I made it that far. So yeah.
Also, I'll apologize. Also, the amount of food they give you is a lot.
Oh yeah.
Uh, your brother used to. I think the first couple times we went there, we ordered the regular one.
Hmm.
A lot of freaking food. We were like, we wouldn't be able to finish it. And then
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, do you want the mini plate?" We're like, "How mini is the mini plate?" And they show us, "Oh, that should be the regular amount." Jesus, because
Yeah.
the regular size gives you 2 chicken fillets.
Yeah.
The mini one just gives you one, and
Yeah.
still a ton of rice and macaroni salad.
Yeah. And you have to understand this: Hawaiians, they eat a lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. No argument. Same thing with Samoan. Have you ever been to Samoan party? A
Oh
lot of
yeah,
food.
it's
Puts
crazy,
puts Mexican
dude.
puts Mexican parties to shame.
Yeah. They eat really good food. They eat really
Yeah, they
well.
do.
Yeah. So, anyways, I ordered 2 orders of chicken katsu, regular size, and then I ordered a mixed barbecue plate, and I also ordered some spam musubis, some chicken katsu musubis, and I got my favorite of all time, locomoco. Have you ever had a locomoco?
Yeah, the barbecue chicken masubi is my favorite one out of
Oh,
those.
okay.
But the moco loco, no, I haven't tried those.
Okay, so locomoco, what it is it's a bed of rice, and on top of the rice is burger patties, and drenched on top of that is gravy, a layer of gravy, and then on top of the gravy they put a fried egg, and
Mm-hmm,
then they
mm-hmm.
drizzle more gravy on top of the egg.
Damn right.
So, dude, it is bomb. It is so comforting. It
Mhm.
sounds crazy, but it's delicious. So simple.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they also add a little bit of that macaroni salad on there too, which is delish. All right,
they're
so
just
anyway,
trying to give that stuff away.
yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's I put the order in, and I was like, damn, I'm not gonna wait an hour for this. This is gonna take forever. So, anyways, I did put in the order. So I was telling my wife, I was like, hey, you never had Whataburger, right? And she's like, no. I was like, okay, so in Jacksonville, Whataburger goes as far as Jacksonville. So let's go ahead and hit it up and let me know what you think. So I mean,
Okay.
I had it.
So, so the first thing I can think of with Whataburger is it is. I warn people this. It is ridiculously messy burger.
You think so?
A lot of onions. Yeah, a lot of onions. A lot of. I mean, you know me. I love my ketchup. I love the crap load of condiments on that thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so got to Whataburger, which is about 5 minutes away. Place an order. I just got a regular cheeseburger. So then
Hmm.
Julie can really try to see, what it's all about. So we split half. The burger is actually pretty big, and you know that. It's kind of like
Hmm.
a Whopper uh, with like Carl's Jr. combined a little bit, or
Yeah, I would
Hardee's.
say. Yeah, I was gonna say it's somewhere between like Carl's Jr. and Jack in a Box kind of thing, but thicker
Yeah,
patty, a little
yeah,
bit thicker
yeah,
patty.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I let her try it first. The first couple bites, she looks at me and she's like, "Are you serious? Why is there so much mustard on here?"
Yeah. See.
She's like, "It's a good burger, but they need to lay low on that mustard." I mean, I
Uh-huh.
love mustard. I'm okay with that. But then for somebody that is not like a crazy avid mustard eater,
Yeah.
it's a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing that
The
actually
entire
does
inside.
make it up. Go ahead.
I was like, the entire inside of the bun is completely yellow.
Yeah.
No
So
spots open.
so a thing that kind of makes it up is that spicy ketchup. Have you ever had that? Their spicy ketchup?
It's been a couple years. I don't remember if I did try it or not.
Okay, so their spicy ketchup is delicious. It's a it's realistically I don't think it's spicy. I think
Yeah.
it just gives like a more tang to the sauce to make it.
I think I did try it.
Yeah,
It does.
I
Yeah.
actually like it a lot. I like it on the burgers. I like dipping it with the fries. Their onion rings are not that bad either. So yeah,
Mm.
her first impression is, man, this is a good burger, but they need to lay low on that mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, after that, we went to pick up the L&L Hawaiian BBQ, and then I drove to a charging supercharger station for the Tesla. And while we were
Hmm.
charging the car, we were having our meal. And man, that Loco Moco really hits the spot. The only thing that was missing was sriracha hot sauce on the side.
They didn't have it. They usually have it.
They usually have it, but you have to ask for it because all the condiments they put it in the back, so then people won't touch it because of
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
So I totally forgot about that. I should have asked for some
Oh,
on the
okay.
side, but that's my fault.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. That was such a long trip for something like that. I wouldn't do it again. I don't think
Well,
it was
okay.
worth it for like that 2 hour
You
drive.
said you charge up your car.
Hmm.
How much was it to charge it up for that road trip?
For that road trip, because it was at peak hour, and I just needed to get home as soon as possible because it was getting dark too. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so I think it was like $15, which
That's
isn't
still
too
not
bad.
bad.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
that's
that
still like
bad.
half the price.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Either
was running low. I was
on
probably
par
at
or
like
half the
30
price.
miles left on the car.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was saying it's probably on par or half the price of what I would cost me to
Hmm.
drive to San Diego, drive around there, and drive back.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's fun. It's a good deal.
Yeah. All right, so that was pretty much my little L&L thing that I did over the past weekend. Not this
Mhm.
weekend, but the past weekend. But other than that, I know that you had something that you did last weekend, and hence the hat that you have there. What is that?
Yeah. So it was my birthday this past Monday.
Hmm.
So my girlfriend spoiled the crap out of me the whole weekend.
Oh man.
Saturday, I mean not Saturday, the Friday before my birthday, we had a steak dinner. That
Ooh.
one totally threw me off because I wasn't expecting a nice, thick, cut of steak.
Hmm.
Like since like restaurants are closed or stuff like that. Damn, I'm blanking out the name of the place. It wasn't like what you call it? It
Was it
wasn't
a
one of the
chain?
three. No, I was just like it wasn't one of the three major ones that we should go to.
Hmm.
So this was the like so it was actually bomb steak. So I had that Saturday. We just had like a movie night. I finally got to see Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, okay.
That's like a year later.
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, Good balanced movie. I do like the balance of drama and comedy. It wasn't over the top on so many levels.
Hmm.
Um, and then Monday, I don't know if you saw the pictures. We made homemade pizzas,
Hmm.
and I got my lemon button cake.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, yeah, with real cream cheese.
Hmm.
Yeah, dude, the pizza ones. It's funny because I was telling her that like making pizzas at home is like it's easy. It's just time consuming because you have to
Hmm.
let the dough rise. And she's like, I don't know. So I was preparing the dough, and I'm like, all right, just need like a teaspoon of sugar, teaspoon of salt, cup of water, and 4 cups of flour.
Hmm.
It's just like, what is that it? I'm like, yeah, that's it. And then like the yeast, whatever. So I showed her how to prep the yeast to make sure it's alive and waking it up and all that.
Hmm.
Um, and then yeah, just started mixing it up and then had the dough ready. And then I'm like, here you go. And I just put it in the bowl and she goes, what now? I'm like, we just wait. We'll come back in 2 hours and we'll start making the pizzas. And yeah, it was fun. It was like her niece and nephew got to decorate their own little pizza. We made like little, I would say 8-inch pizzas.
Oh, like a personal size.
Yeah, like the personal size
Hmm.
ones. We used whole wheat flour
Oh,
unintentionally, but it came out bomb though. It came out so soft and
okay.
like nice texture to it.
I was gonna say
Uh,
usually like wheat flour makes it like a little dry.
Yeah, that's what I was scared of because
Hmm.
like I use the exact same recipe you would for normal flour,
Hmm.
and when I was mixing it up, I was like, "Ooh, it feels kind of dry." So I kind of like eyeballed and added a little bit more water.
Hmm.
But it came out nice. I think the only thing I wish I did was glaze some olive oil along the edges of the pizza.
Hmm.
But besides that, they came out great. I think I posted the pictures on our social
Yeah.
media, or not
Pizza
my
sounds
social
good
media.
right now, actually. Pizza sounds really good. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good thing though. It was nice, and like I
Hmm.
think the kids had fun making their own little pizzas.
Hmm.
Uh, total mess, but worth it.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, my brother and my sister-in-law wanted to do a game night to
Hmm.
to celebrate my birthday. So we had a Catan night.
Okay.
First time they played Catan.
Hmm.
Uh, they were a little overwhelmed because I like to use a YouTube channel, Skip the Handbook,
Hmm. Hmm.
for like board games or whatever, just to kind of like get a good feel what the game's supposed to be like, and the quick setup.
Hmm.
And so they kind of got a little overwhelmed. I'm like, no, 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 this is just a setup. I'm taking care of the setup. Just pay attention to like the last 10 minutes of the video. And they sound like, okay, okay, pretty simple. So once we started playing it, they got more and more into it. Of course, me and my brother started trying to screw each other over, and because of that, um, the girls took over the game. Little by little, we're like, wait, Siobhan's at 8 points? And then I go to Martha, I'm like, what are you at? I'm at 8. And it's her turn. And with her turn, she got like 2 more points. I'm like, and she won. Damn it. And like, the girls are like, yeah, you boys were fighting over there. We were over here trying to take over the island.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was fun times.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a great
But yeah,
game.
yeah. It's
All
funny
right.
because I took the week off. I took the week off from work.
Hmm.
I really thought I was going to spend it just playing video games. And I have not touched my Xbox other than to stream every now and then.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right. So I don't have my car. I had to bring it in for service. So I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
a car for another. I think it's almost gonna be like 2 weeks. Um,
Really? They don't give you a loan or anything?
they were supposed to give me a loaner, but they have so many cars that they need to be fixed because I think like 10 out of 10 Model Ys, there's always something
Yeah.
wrong with it. So a bunch of other people were getting their car fixed as well. Okay, so because of that, they gave me a $600 Uber credit.
Okay, that's gonna be good. A good amount.
Yeah, but
Two
the thing
weeks.
about that is,
Oh, surge pricing during like rush hour.
well, it's not too bad because I mean, yeah, but it's still during COVID, and like my wife is like,
That's
hey,
true. Makes you
it's
nervous.
yeah. But overall, I mean, hopefully I can save it and use it for some other time because it says it's a voucher, so it's not like a
Yeah,
Uber.
no, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm sure it just credits your Uber account. It's not like
yeah,
they're gonna. It's not like they give you a credit card from them.
hmm yeah.
Um, Actually, what? How much would it be to rent a car for two
That's
weeks?
what I told him. I was like, dude, it's so much cheaper if I can just have you guys pay for my
It'd be like
rental.
what, $200? $200 for
Probably
two
even
weeks? 300?
less. Yeah, you're
I mean,
looking at
depends on the
like
insurance, but
yeah,
yeah.
you're looking at like $20 a day, like for a mid-sized car.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that sucks. But I mean, 2 weeks. Hopefully, it goes by fast, and you guys can stay safe.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm.
Anyways, happy birthday. I guess
Thank you,
that's why
sir.
you have your hat on right now. So, you ready
Yes.
to get into
It
news?
this Yeah, this is actually the hat from that came on the cake.
There's
So
no
I had
cream
to
on it,
tape
right?
it on. Huh? No,
There's
I
no.
had to tape it onto the headset because there's no
Oh.
string. It's so small.
All
If you
right.
look at the pictures I posted, I had to hold the hat in the pictures. All right, yeah, Anton, let's get into some news here.
All right. News time.
All right, Anton. I think the biggest story this week has been hashtag free Fortnite. Have you been keeping up with this one? I know there's at least a
A little
commercial you,
bit.
you probably saw.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know what's going on here, Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite, revealed a V-Bucks discount if you used a pay method that bypasses the Google Play and Apple App Store payment methods. So Epic Games was trying to skirt around the agreement they have with Google and Apple, where they wouldn't have to pay Google and Apple the 30%, I guess, commission or service fee for using their pay methods, which enabled Epic Games to offer a 20% discount to users and still make a profit. Pretty much saying like, all right, so instead of us paying, you know, $3 to Google and Apple for this $10 purchase, we'll make the deal over here. We'll sell to you for $8. You save money, and we still make an extra buck on our side.
Yeah.
So immediately, Google and Apple quickly removed Fortnite from their
Wait,
app
did Google
stores.
do it too? I thought it
Google
was just
Play did it
Apple.
too. No, Google did it too. Also. Um, Epic Games only filed a legal injunction against Apple. I guess
Uh,
that's the thing. That's the suspicion here that Epic Games did everything on purpose to get Apple to make this move, and probably why Google wasn't part of the lawsuit.
mhm.
All the stuff that they had targeted was towards Apple. The legal injunction, the ads. If you haven't seen the 1980, is it 1984? Which
Something like that.
that yeah, that old Macintosh Apple commercial
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
of of like the Olympian like running towards a screen with a lot of like it's black and white picture of people looking at the giant screen, and as the Olympian run towards the screen, she like hurls a javelin or a hammer or something at the screen and shatters it. Same thing, Fortnite did it. Instead of the person talking on the screen is an apple headed creepy guy, and one of the character throwing the javelin is a Fortnite character.
Hmm.
So everything's very targeted towards Apple. The funny thing about this, and I'm not the only one that notices, is that Epic Games is trying to make it seem like they are just a small company trying to fight the big man, but
Hmm.
really, Epic Games is is also $1 billion company.
Yeah, they're a very big company.
Yeah,
See, I
I
think
forgot what
that's
it
the
was. Like,
thing about them. Like they want to take the monopoly. Well, they don't want to take the monopoly. They just want to make money when they think that they should be making money. Because the thing is that it happened on Steam too, and
yes, didn't they settle out of court or something like that?
yeah. So their defense is that they don't want the monopoly companies to take all the money. Is
Yeah.
what they're trying to do. I read some of the legal documents that they filed against Apple, and it's talking about Apple taking the monopoly of all of this money and all this distribution and stuff, and it's not right, something like that. So I guess that's their defense. Realistically, I think Apple has its own platform distributing this, so they should
Hmm.
get some type of compensation out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree when they say 30% is too much.
Hmm.
I mean, I think at this point it's time to renegotiate for across the board. But to say that Apple and Google shouldn't get anything is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their whole business model is like they're offering a platform for these it's supposed to be small developers, which at
Hmm.
one point Epic Games was,
Hmm.
and now they're one of the major ones. And I think that's the funny, like they're trying to make it seem like Epic Games is so uh like their backs against the wall, like they have no choice but to comply with Apple and Google. But really, they have a large revenue service outside of of the mobile gaming area.
Yeah.
They're on the consoles, they're on other like they're on the PC, so like they have other ways to make revenue. And I
See,
think the V
it's
Bucks
crazy
is still
because like
transfers.
I think it was like 2 months ago where
Uh-huh.
they were giving out free games on their own service that they were selling their games on the PC. So they were striving some of the Steam customers to go over there to get some of the free games, and also some of the games that are published on there will get a better deal. I think they were giving out a free ownership of Grand Theft Auto, and they also
Hmm.
gave I think it was it Borderlands? No, no, no.
No, not Borderlands. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was another game that they gave for free too, which is kind of crazy. Which
Yeah,
yeah.
crap, blanking out on it now. Um, yeah, it was a Borderland-esque game.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, no, it's best way I can put this. It's almost like you built a giant shopping mall, and I know shopping malls are going away now, but you spent all this money to develop it, draw attention to it, draw people in, and now the stores or like one of your major stores in the mall's like, I don't want to pay rent. I think it's wrong that you're trying to pay rent. We have no choice in this mall to have to pay you rent, and it's wrong and stuff like it's stuff like they built it. Apple and Google both built this ecosystem that has built-in users that for them to be able to market it and make their not just their devices more popular, but offers customers some services. And now they just the Epic Game sees this as more of a hindrance than what it really is. I don't know how this is gonna go. I think they're also trying to take advantage of Apple's current situation, uh, where I mean, was it Apple? Who was it? I know Facebook and Amazon are under government scrutiny right now.
Yeah.
They've been holding some hearings in Congress to accusations of monopolization. So I think Epic Games just saw Apple as an easy target right now and decided to try to make their move, and because this is not going to be a quick settlement.
No,
It's going
it's
to take
gonna be a
doesn't take
long
years,
way. Mm-hmm.
right? So if they have another hearing in Congress, Congress is going to be like, so what's going on with Epic Games? Why haven't you fixed this yet? What's going on? And so, they're going to see that as more of a target. So, and Epic Games is hoping that Apple's isn't going to want to deal with that and just try to make a deal before then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just crazy, dude. I just think it's funny that Epic Games is trying to make it seem like they are the little David fighting the giant Goliath. I'm like, no, you're both assholes right now.
Yeah.
Like I agree Google and Apple is taking too big of a cut, but
Mm-hmm.
they do deserve a cut, and you are not entitled to their ecosystem for free either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
Epic Games could survive if they just pulled out their mobile area and just stuck to PC and consoles. They
Mm-hmm.
still make their money.
That's true.
V-Bucks isn't V-Bucks is there's no V-Bucks for Xbox and V-Bucks for mobile. You can still go to their website, buy V-Bucks, and use it on your mobile device.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely a big slap in the face to Google and Apple.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Next thing on the list is, we did talk about this topic before. G4 is coming back, but this week we have confirmation that one of the old G4 hosts hostess is coming back, and that is Olivia Munn. There has no official public announcement on this, but there are already confirmations from some of the people at G4. So nothing has come out publicly, but some of the people have talked about it and confirmed. So what do you think
Yeah.
about that?
Was it? Well, I mean, was it Comic-Con where they just did a G4 did a quick teaser of
Um,
I know they released a trailer of this is off the top of my head. Pretty much from the perspective of the camera, you're walking through a dark storage room, and you see like these old consoles, old computers, and then as you make your way to the back of the room, you see like this old school churn knob TV,
mm-hmm.
and then it flickers on, and it says just G4, and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No date, nothing, no details, just a little teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but Olivia Munn coming back, I think this is closer to a sealed deal than not,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because I've noticed Olivia Munn has been more in the social media area, like trending,
Mm-hmm.
um, the last 2 weeks or so. One with a video of her playing with her, what's her name from X-Men? I'm blanking on her name now. Uh, oh, freaking A. I just had to tip my tongue too.
Which actress that plays which
Olivia Munn,
character?
Olivia Munn's character on X-Men,
She
the Age
plays
of
Psylocke.
Psylocke. There we go. I was like something Psy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So her Psylocke sword, and then messing up her wall at her home, and then recently she did another video where she was going around podcasts and doing interviews,
Mm-hmm.
and during one of the podcasts she talked about her sex life and how one of her exes, not naming names, wouldn't go down on her, and also that she faked some moans for one of her exes, and she regretted it. Blah, blah, blah. But the fact is that like she is all of a sudden back in the spotlight,
Mm-hmm.
and aside from her just being, because it's not like she's new to social media, she's been around for forever.
Mm-hmm.
But I always think that these media companies or even networks, they have ways to make people trend subtly,
Mm-hmm.
not through advertisement. They have, I'm sure they can. There's a company out there where they can pay to click like on videos or shares on videos and make certain videos trend just enough to catch on to the general public,
Mm-hmm.
and then the general public picks it up from there.
Yeah.
So
So
I think this is G4, or who is it, Universal now that owns G4?
yeah,
I think this is Universal trying to hype up their new, I guess, flagship host,
yeah.
which would be Olivia Munn.
So I think NBC Universal is trying to do whatever they can to maximize their ownership of all the franchises that they have, because it's just sitting there, It needs to
Yeah.
make some type of income. Hence, Peacock and all that new stuff that they're trying to.
What happened to Kevin Prager?
No,
What was it?
Kevin Pereira.
Pereira. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
he
I
has
can
his
think of
own podcast. I think he's still hosting. He's a great host. So yeah, he's still
like I
out
haven't
there.
seen him in a while.
Yeah. All right.
And
So
also and also I've noticed also that the gifs of Olivia Munn doing that hot dog challenge thing on the old G4 is all of a sudden trending again.
okay. I don't think she's that hot. You know. Uh,
I
just
no,
my
that's the
opinion.
thing though. No, that's the thing. She's geek hot. In the geek world, she is the hottest girl any guy could ever get. But in normal world, she's like, all right, she's cute, you know.
hmm
But yeah, I think my brother's like, he never bought into that. He's like, she has dead eyes. I don't like it. She creeps me out.
okay. Yeah. So
All right.
at the end of the day, she's signing a multi-year deal with G4, so that's going to be in development. We're going to hear more about it any day now, and yeah, we're going to get more information about that a little later on. All right. Next up is Tron 3. Okay, so you did tell us about there is a new Tron movie coming out.
Yes.
But little did we know, Jared Leto confirmed on Twitter that he is going to be in Tron 3. He says he is so grateful to be in this franchise, to be able to bring his beloved world that he's such a big fan of to life in the third movie. So, with that being said, he did tweet something that did give away the title, could be the title for the movie.
Tron 3, even Tronier.
um, I guess that's a little close. Uh, I don't know if I should
Upgrade
reveal
the
it. I don't think it's
gigahertz.
a spoiler or anything. It's just a title. But
Well, I doubt it's a spoiler because it's not going to be following the allegedly. It's not going to be following the. It's not going to be a sequel to the first two. Allegedly.
I would love a sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think at this point, as long as they make a Tron movie and if it's good, I'm happy with that.
Wait. So what's the title?
It's Tron 3 Ares.
Aaron.
Ares.
See, that mean to me that just reads as they're going to have to bring back, you know, Jeff Bridges and the other guy from the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Even though they're saying it's not, maybe it's not a direct sequel, maybe it's another story in the Tron universe,
Mm-hmm.
but still, like they have to connect the three now.
Yeah, because Ares is Greek god of war, right?
Yes.
He's one of
Yeah.
the 12 Olympians, son of Zeus and Hera.
Yeah.
So that
Big
being
old
the
war.
title is kind of like, okay, is there a Tron war going on? Because it kind of started in the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tron 3 DTS attack. Uh, all right. Moving on here to, I don't know, trying to transition this one. The Rock is now part owner of the XFL.
hmm
So the XFL is the, I guess, alternative to the NFL. Slightly, I mean, still football, slightly different rules. To try to speed up the game and make it more exciting for fans. The XFL's had, I think, they just finished their second attempt, so The Rock is going to be part of the third attempt. The first attempt happened about 2 decades ago, maybe a little over a decade, where they tried a season and it just failed. It flopped. There was a lot
Yeah.
of hype around it, but nothing happened. I don't know if you remember
WWE owns it, right? At one point, and then they
yeah,
sold it.
no, yeah, I think the wrestling company used to, they owned it for the second iteration.
hmm
Um, but yeah, the second time the second time it tried to bring it back was earlier this year. I think they got 2 or 3 weeks in. A lot of positive reviews on the games. A lot of people were excited by it, even though they didn't know a lot of the players. Some of the players were either didn't make it to the NFL draft, or these are former NFL players that got better money offer from the XFL
Hmm.
and decided to take a step into the XFL. However, COVID happened and the XFL folded because it was still new. They spent a lot of money promoting this, a lot of money to set everything up. They were really hoping for at least one complete season,
Hmm.
and because of COVID, it didn't happen. But yeah, so The Rock, along with with as part of a group of investors, decided to purchase the XFL
Hmm.
for a sweet deal of $15 million, which I think is less than some of the salaries of the players in the XFL right now.
Hmm.
It is ridiculously cheap deal. But if the Rock is part of this, I have a lot of hope for it in the third iteration. If it does not succeed with the Rock behind the wheel, I don't think the XFL is gonna get a fourth chance. I think this
Yeah,
is it.
that's true. Uh, yeah, I think it's not just The Rock. I think the team that he has with him that is investing into this new project is going to bring a lot of light to the XFL and bring it, with a lot of passion. And
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I think the way that people are going to watch football is going to be a little bit different and probably more appealing. So hopefully
yeah.
that goes through pretty well.
And here's hoping that next season or 2 seasons from now, whenever they get up and running again,
Hmm.
they'll have a be able to complete a full season
Hmm.
without a pandemic happening.
Yeah.
All right. Next story here, Japanese flying cars. So we've heard a lot of things the past couple years of companies trying to become the first, uh, flying car company. I think Uber wanted to invest in some flying car companies. There was another company that said they succeeded at making the first flying car, but really it was, I guess, best way to compare it is it's a Cessna that can fold its wings up
Hmm.
and drive on the highway. But the Japanese company SkyDrive Inc. wants to have a taxi service that uses flying cars. So I'm assuming it's automated, so
Hmm.
people don't have to fly the cars themselves. And they want to be up and running by 2023. So less than 3 years from now.
That's a really, really short span of time for a project that sounds that big.
Yeah, which makes me wonder how far ahead right now are they?
Hmm.
Uh, and then I looked it up, and apparently they are trying to target their first test flight
Hmm.
this month.
Hmm. Okay.
So we might start seeing videos, maybe before the podcast even gets released,
Hmm.
of Japanese flying car doing a test flight. I imagine it's going to remind you of the first grasshopper test for SpaceX.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, looks
speaking.
pretty cool.
Oh, damn it! It's over across my room.
Okay.
For my birthday, my brother got me a Occupy Mars hoodie for SpaceX.
That's cool.
Totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Anton. Ready to get into some streaming?
Yeah. Let's get into streaming.
All right. Bel-Air. So the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is going to get a reboot, or has a reboot in the works, based on a spec trailer created by creator Morgan Cooper.
Hmm.
The story is similar to the original, but this one will have a more dramatic and grounded take on the story. It's currently being shopped around to streaming services like Netflix, Amazon, and HBO Max.
Okay. So
So
I saw the trailer a little while back.
I think it was like a year old
Yeah.
by this point.
Hmm. And yeah, I think we talked about it where I'm all for it. If they made a
Yeah.
movie or television series, I'm all for it. Seems like
Yeah.
it really hits home. Like the passionate, the drama part of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
The comedy is actually really good, because it's good, but
Yeah.
I guess nowadays people want more of that,
That grit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was my thought too. And it's funny because I'm like, it feels weird, but at the same time, it feels right.
Hmm.
Like this feels like the right kind of motivation for Will to move to Bel-Air. This seems like the right motivation, or the right environment, or right type of animosity he would feel going to a rich school and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy
And
how
then
you watch the show sometimes and you get the feels.
Yeah.
Both good
Uh,
and sad moments in the show.
but the funny thing is, the only thing out of the two that seems consistent is Jazz. Like the comedy and the drama version of Jazz is the exact same. So I
Hmm.
thought that was kind of funny.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see this. I hope it's in development or it goes into development really quickly. Hopefully they have at least the pilot completed, but
Hmm.
maybe it's just a trailer.
Hmm.
All right, Anton. So moving on here to Mulan. Uh, we're gonna get a Mulan rental release or VOD release, September 4th. It's gonna be $30 to rent, and Disney Plus is gonna be adding a new section of the streaming service called Premier Access Shelf.
Hmm.
And when you rent it, the Mulan movie will be available in that section. And as long as you keep your subscription, you keep the rental.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
what I was reading three different articles and none said, well, I'll put it this way. None said that you get to keep it, but they said as long as you keep your subscription, you don't lose it. So it's kind of a backwards way of phrasing it. Which because I was looking to see like what's the limit of the rental? Like usually video on demand is
24
24
hours.
hours
Yeah.
or at the most 48 hours. I think Amazon sometimes offers 48 hours
Hmm.
for the rentals.
Hmm.
But you know, this would be a good way to keep people on Disney Plus. And really, Disney just cares about that initial money.
Damn.
What happened?
Someone driving a hot rod or something? That's crazy.
Oh, that was like a jet landing or something in the driveway.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I'm saying like Disney mainly cares about that initial purchase, that thirty
Hmm.
dollars, because that's what they're going to be using as their box office sales.
Hmm.
And then from a business perspective, I'm assuming that the rental or video on demand streaming price is going to be the subscription. So that's
Hmm.
just extra money.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I
so
think yeah, some of the money goes to some of the movie theaters too, because they're supposed to be getting a cut from these
I thought that
films.
was only for I thought that was only if they're released for a limited time in the
I
theaters.
think they are. Yeah, yeah, they are going to release in limited time in the theaters too. But I mean, they're losing viewers.
Oh, actually, no, you're right. Because I think China has they actually are going to be premiering this in theaters
Hmm.
over there.
Yeah.
There was a leak of a movie poster and the date of the movie poster,
Hmm.
which is kind of weird because I really thought China would be against it, but I guess if Mushu isn't part of the movie, they're fine. We'll see. All
Okay.
right, that's on. So moving on here, we had the suspicion. I think we talked about last episode before.
Hmm.
But DC Universe, DC's CCO Jim Lee, has confirmed that the DC Universe shows are going to be moving to HBO Max.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I remember talking about this when I first tried HBO Max because they had a DC Universe section, a lot of DC shows, but none of the originals yet,
Mm-mm.
except for Doom Patrol.
Hmm.
But we're going to start seeing that little by little coming over to HBO Max, which I'm excited about because I wanted to check out that Harley Quinn show. I've heard really good things about Kaylee Coco from
Kukio.
from Kokyo from Big Bang Theory.
Hmm.
She does the voice of Harley Quinn in that cartoon, and she apparently does a great job.
Hmm. She
All
gets
right,
paid a
so
lot for so many things.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, she's just doing it for it's a hobby.
Hmm.
All right, that's fun. Mint Mobile. Ryan Reynolds has launched his own streaming service called Mint Mobile, offering only one movie, Foolproof, which is the 2003 Canadian heist movie. Uh, I don't get where is he just trying to like do a publicity stunt? Like I don't get what the purpose of this is. As he work are they working on a foolproof reboot and this is part of like their viral ads?
It makes sense.
It's just funny. I haven't gone too far into it to see what the price is or where it's available, but I just thought I'm like freaking Ryan. Of course he would do this.
He has all the time in the world now, so yeah.
All right, so let's end the streaming section on
Oh, you're missing a couple things here.
positive. Oh, did I?
Yeah, Umbrella Academy.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
My bad.
so Umbrella Academy, uh, they're on their second season now. I can't believe we haven't talked about this show yet.
I
But
I have not seen the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I really had no interest in watching this
Mm-hmm.
until the trailers for season 2 came out. And what really sold me on this, like the trailer got me interested, but really sold me on wanting to watch it, is the soundtrack.
Mm. Okay.
I don't know what it is, but shows with good soundtracks just get me more hyped about them.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go
Okay. So if you want to get Alan's attention, have a really good soundtrack in your movie or show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just good life advice.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Umbrella Academy. Yeah, we both heard about this show a while back. We just haven't seen it yet. But after that second season trailer, I don't know. This show just came out of like the biggest. I don't know where the hype came from. I think it's people like just staying home, with, and they're trying to stay away from everything that that is exposed to COVID. So they have a lot of time to watch a show like this. So I think it probably just blew up. Yeah.
Well,
So
and I think a lot of people don't like to invest on the first season of a show if they're not familiar with it.
mm-hmm,
But if they see that it has been renewed or that there's more content coming out, they're
mm-hmm.
more like, all right, I'll at least get 2 seasons out of it. Because nothing worse than getting hooked on a show and then getting canceled on the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Umbrella Academy. I watched the first couple of episodes of season 1 because I'm trying to work my way through.
Yeah.
The characters are awesome. I know the graphic novel is awesome. I think the guy that brought this to life in a series, I think he's doing such a great job. The casting alone is pretty epic. I mean, they got some really good actors in here. They got Robert Sheehan, which I'm a big fan of. First time I've ever seen him was in Misfits, the BBC show. Have you seen Misfits?
I've seen bits and parts of it. Nothing really crazy about it. But that has to be like what, early 2010s?
I think that was it was in that decade. Yeah. And I think Robert Sheehan was so big that he had to quit that show to start working in like serious movie roles and stuff like that. But the things that some of the roles that he picks never really took off. I know that he went through a whole phase of getting like into big franchises, and a lot of those big franchises failed. A big example would be, that Peter Jackson movie, that something Immortals.
Oh, Immortal Instruments.
Yeah, he was in that too, Mortal Instruments, but he was in that
Immortal Engines.
Immortal Engines.
So
yes.
the cities, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he was also in Immortal Instruments.
In Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm a big fan of him, and seeing him in this, he really shines in this show. Just watching like the first 3 episodes already, he's a big star. Ellen Page, she's always good. I think her acting is up to par. But seeing her in
Page,
this
I was like, Ellen Page, I swear, does not age.
She doesn't.
She looks the same. Wasn't was she doing commercial for IBM or something? She did some like I'm like I keep seeing her, I'm like, oh my god, she looks the exact same damn thing. I'll look it up right now.
She has the same hairstyle and everything. So
yeah.
All right, so Umbrella Academy so far, I really liked it. I would talk about some of the other cast. Oh yeah, the kid that plays 5, he is so popular. I don't know what he's doing, but like he has millions of views on YouTube, and I don't know how he finds the time, because if you look at his IMDb list, he has a bunch of projects that he's working on, and he's still, and he's okay. So he's dating like other like kid celebrities. And he has a YouTube channel, and he has like 10 things he's working on the side, and he's also playing music, and he has a band, stuff like that. This kid is crazy. Yeah.
Aiden Gallagher.
Yeah. Crazy kid.
Oh, and the commercial I was talking about was Cisco. Cisco
Mm-mm.
Communications.
Okay, I remember
Yeah.
that. All right, so Umbrella Academy, like it so far. It's great. I'm a fan.
Mm.
Okay.
So I think the reason this Aiden Gallagher is so popular for no reasons that we understand is because he came from the Nickelodeon world.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I told
He
my
did
wife too. Yeah.
2015 he did a Nickelodeon Ho 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 holiday special.
Mm-hmm.
2017 he was on Sizzling Summer Camp special. And then I don't know what Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don is, but he was on that show for about 4 years. So I think that's why he came from an age group demographic that we had no insights into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
But
tells
in a
you
couple
how
years,
old we are.
well, in a couple years, Anton, you'll be able to keep us informed of this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So also, I heard there's a rumor that he's dating Sadie from Stranger Things,
Oh,
the redhead girl.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Ethan Hawke's daughter, which everybody got their
Oh,
minds
not
blown with.
her. No, not her.
Was it?
No, Sadie, the young one that's part of the crew. You know how there's
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
11
yeah.
and then
No,
there's that other
yeah,
girl?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All
Okay.
right. So also on Netflix, they have a movie that just recently released. I think we talked about this before. It's called Project Power. Have you seen this movie yet?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think it comes out this Wednesday.
It's already out.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was out. Or maybe it came out last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about the trailer last episode, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Or
kind of
two
hard to
episodes
tell
ago
what
or
their
something like that. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with their new recording schedule. Uh, yes, recently within the last episode we talked
Mm-hmm.
about the trailer.
Okay, so I watched the movie. I thought it was fun to watch. There's a couple cameos in there that you'll see, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a YouTuber. Other than that, this movie is actually pretty fun to watch. I'd say it's more of a visual movie. It has a
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool concept, but it felt a little weak at some parts of the movie. Um, if I had to say if it was a rental or a Netflix movie, then yes, this is one of those. Would I pay for this movie? It depends on what's out during that time.
Mm.
So, I mean, I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Jamie Foxx. They do sell the factor of them being a great actors in a movie like this. But yeah, I think if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even watch this movie.
Yeah, I saw Rotten Tomatoes' like initial review before it came out,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that it was a fun movie, but they really missed the mark on they had like a great premise,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't really touch on the premise as much as they could have, and they would have made the story more interesting.
Well, yeah, yeah.
But I'm still gonna try it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. All right, Anton. Is that it for for Project Power?
Yeah, that's pretty much it for streaming. Let's move
No,
on to
no,
gaming.
still one more.
One
Still one
more?
more streaming. Really quick.
What are we
Really
missing?
quick. Lego Star Wars.
Okay.
Holiday special. For people that are not old enough to remember this, I think we're barely old enough to remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars had a Christmas special. So back in the early '90s, late '80s, where it was just terrible, terrible Christmas special, and it made George Lucas want to die. Yeah, he cringed so hard he wanted to die. But we're getting. Oh, sorry, I just hit my mic. But this time they're doing a different take on it. They're doing a Lego version of it to celebrate the Wookiee Life Day, and it's be coming to Disney Plus in November.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be hilarious because Lego has a way of not taking themselves seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is gonna be poking fun at the original Star Wars Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
and I cannot wait. Like this is Lego is pretty much just parody when it comes to
Hmm.
media.
Even the games
Uh,
too. Like,
yeah, yeah, exactly. I love. Have you ever played the Star Wars Lego games? They pretty much make fun of Star Wars the entire way
yeah.
through.
Hmm.
They own up to it, but still, yeah. So
Hmm.
I think this is a great angle to take on Star Wars, and it's a nice little thing to add into the Disney streaming service, especially around the holidays when people are looking for um, kid-friendly content, holiday related. So
Hmm.
I'm down.
All right, so let's look forward to this holiday for Lego Star Wars special. Um,
I'm looking forward to winter just to get out of this summer heat.
okay, all right,
All
all
get
right.
into
Let's get into
gaming here.
gaming.
All right, Antoine. What is Fall Guys? I've
Okay,
seen a lot of concept art around this, but I have
yeah.
no idea what I'm looking for.
So Fall Guys is a new game. Let me get the actual information on this one. Sorry. It's distributed by Revolver Games, which I'm a big fan of that distribution studio. Let's see, Fall Guys. Sorry, I'm so prepared for this right now.
No worries.
Okay, so it's developed by Mediatonic. I think they are kind of like a indie game developer company.
Hmm.
Let me see. Well, they've done many games. I can go through a bunch of stuff on here, but I'm not. Some of the most worthy games that they have made is Bejeweled, Diner Dash. You remember Diner Dash?
Mm. So
Um,
addictive games.
yeah, addictive games like puzzle games, little tiny games.
Yeah.
And they do some movie games too, like Fast and Furious, SpongeBob. Um, yeah, nothing too crazy. They also did Pirate King, which is the most annoying game on the phone, where you spin the wheel, and then you
Yeah.
annoy a bunch of your friends on Facebook to try to join you on getting loot.
Hmm.
All right. So, anyways, they finally made something that I think is worthwhile, and it is called Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. So, this game is so fun. I've been watching a lot of the streams online. A lot of the game streamers have been playing this.
Hmm.
So, the premise of this game is kind of like, have you ever seen the show on Netflix called Takeshi's Castle?
No, but I've been seeing a lot of
Okay,
the trailer for it.
so Takeshi's Castle is a show from the 90s. If you watch a show, it's like so outdated, but it's so fun to watch because some of the stuff on there is ridiculous. So
Yeah.
imagine like Wipeout, right?
Hmm.
You're a big fan of Wipeout.
Yes.
You try to get into that show.
Tried.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so Takeshi's Castle is kind of like Wipeout, but more hideous. Like
Hmm.
some of the little mini games in there that are so ridiculous. This TV show, like you have to put your whole body in like a specific posture, and then
Hmm.
this wall just comes towards you, and then if you don't have
It,
the go
the
ahead.
pose, right?
Yeah, if you don't have the pose right, you're gonna
Yeah.
be pushed into like mud.
Uh,
And this is an outdoor TV show in Japan where it just gets so dirty at the end of it. Like they get into like a not only mud but like milk, and it's just ridiculously crazy. And
hmm.
I remember I was at like a ramen shop and they had this on, and I was just slurping my noodles watching it, and I'm looking at Julie. I'm like, hey, man, this is awesome. Like you're having ramen and you're watching like a really ridiculous, funny show. And
You're, you're living
yeah,
a Japanese life.
yeah. So, anyways, I guess this game is based on something like that. So, with all of the battle royale games that are coming out nowadays, this is a
Hmm.
totally different one. This is more of a racing type of game where you start as your own little character with 60 other people, and it's a
Hmm.
combination of different types of maps kind of like mini games. So
Okay.
it's random every single time, but when you start out, you try to get from point A to point B with a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
obstacles in front of you. So the only thing that you can do is run around, jump, and try to, get on different platforms. So if you can imagine yourself in a very little area at the very beginning of the game, and there's 60 people trying to trample on each other. So there's going to be people pushing other people off.
So,
And
Hunger Games, got
yeah,
it.
yeah. So only 30 people qualify to go to the next round. So it keeps on
Mm.
going like that for a couple of rounds until you get to the last man standing. So this game has been, I think it's only been out for like a week, and it's like
Mhm.
ridiculously like fun to watch. And I want to play this game. It's only out on PlayStation 4 and PC.
Yeah, I saw this one artist that's very popular on Instagram called Boss Logic. He
Mm-hmm.
has been posting concept art for different character designs for the last week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Anything from Dragon Ball to more movie characters. It's just hilarious seeing him do it. I think he made a Thanos one too.
Yeah.
Um, so I was like, what is this? And then I keep seeing hashtag Fall Guys. I'm like, I don't. I'll ask Anton.
Yeah, dude, it's a fun game. Like, it looks so fun. I kind of want to download it and play it, but I'm gonna wait until my kid sleeps and then I'll probably play it later.
Yeah, responsibilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's odd. What's going on with Tony Hawk?
All right, so Tony Hawk, we grew up in an era where skateboarding is an awesome sport. It still is, but
Still
it's
is, but
so
not to the extent it
awesome.
was.
Yeah, it's so awesome that they have a video game for skateboard.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is kind of our childhood game. Like
Yeah.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
And 64 days.
Yeah, N64 days, PlayStation days. It's on multiple platforms. Yeah, I remember when we were growing up, middle school, I would come over to your house and we would be busting out tricks on this game. And you remember those tapes that we tried to get? Like they're
Oh
these
yeah,
little like
yeah, hidden
iconic
areas.
things that you have to get. And in order to get them, you have to do like some crazy trick to get to that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like those moments, like back in the days, it's like so fun. Like you're trying to do everything you can to get to those achievements. And I remember going to school and just like talking to some other guys who are playing the game also too, trying to figure out how to get those tapes.
Yeah.
And I like those games where you can actually go talk to people about and try to figure out how to beat the level. But you don't do that anymore. Now you just go online and watch everything.
Well, you just watch somebody else do it.
Mm-hmm.
No, but one thing I liked about the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater was that it was so simple, and aside from you not dying from certain moves, it was pretty realistic.
Yeah.
And I started losing interest. I think what started with the second one, and it went down from there from the other skating games, that they got more. You're in the city, you're getting hit by cars, you're riding down power lines. I'm like, all right, I'm out. And like the first Tony Hawk, like you being in that warehouse, that was the whole game, and you had the best time just trying to perfect the moves and get
Mm-hmm.
trying to nail
Mm-hmm.
down moves that didn't even have names to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think what was it called, the Rocket Power? They had the double McTwist or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like people try to reenact that move in the game. That's what made the game fun, is that you can make your own move sets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a total remake of the whole entire game with the graphics that we have now. So
Yeah.
Activision, I think the game is coming out. Let me see here. They have the access to warehouse demo, which is what you were just talking about. So if you pre-order the game, you'll get access to that demo on 8/14, which is a couple days ago. I think you still can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this game has been in development for like the remake has been in development for quite a while now. I've
Yeah.
heard rumors about it and
Mm-hmm.
screenshots of it for like at least the past year or so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the actual release date is going to be on September 4th, which isn't too far away, but
Mhm.
it's kind of cool to see that you can start playing the warehouse stage, because I think that was the first thing that
That was the
people.
first demo.
Yeah, that was the first demo. I still remember
Yeah.
a lot of people who were uh, getting the
Well,
N64 sample game demos on the cartridge, and then I
yeah.
think PlayStation
Pizza
also
Hut.
had demo disc. So
Yeah, Pizza Hut.
yeah.
I think they get the PlayStation demo disc.
Mhm.
You went to Pizza Hut and they used to give you the game too with a order of a personal pizza or something.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was
Yeah.
such a good way to promote games back in the days, is to
Oh,
go through.
you cannot do it anymore. There's so
You
many things
can't.
like I was telling my coworkers and Martha, I'm like, this is those are the good old days. But at the same time, like I know my obsession with pizza
Hmm.
started because of the freaking 90s. Everything was connected to pizza.
Yeah.
Everything from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Samurai Pizza Cats, even saying no to drugs. If I said no to drugs, I got free personal pizza
I
once a week or
know,
something.
that's crazy.
If I read books, I got a pizza.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
I'm
man.
like, great motivation for kids, terrible
Hmm.
for childhood obesity.
Yeah,
It worked though. I mean, I
yeah.
love reading books now, so
Hmm.
and I haven't done drugs. All right, Anton. Ready to move on to the next story here?
Hmm. Halo.
Yeah, Halo Infinite. I think this is like the third episode in a row we mentioned it.
Hmm.
However, this is a bit of bad news here. It has been delayed until early 2021. The original plan was to have it ready for launch with the Xbox Series X, but due to undisclosed circumstances, they are holding back and waiting another quarter until they release it.
Realistically, I
Uh,
think people complain too much about the demo that they had.
I think one of the complaints was something that they were like, "Oh, we can't fix that in time." Everything else, they were like, it's fine, it'll be fixed, it'll be fine." And then, without saying which one it was, they're probably like, "Oh, we do need to fix that." And
Hmm.
then they were like, "How long does it take us to fix that?" Yeah, we're not gonna be ready in time.
Hmm. Yeah.
So we don't know what it is that they need to fix, but we'll see. Maybe I don't know. I'm assuming it has something to do with the hardware compatibility. I think
Hmm.
they're kind of scared about.
Yeah, I think PS5 is having something like that right now too. That some people are kind of iffy about.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the 4K upgrading or the
Something
upload?
like that. Yeah, hopefully they can address it, but we're gonna have to see. I mean, it's still early. No one really confirmed anything yet. It's just speculation. And
Yeah,
some of the
I heard.
developers saying it on the side, but yeah, nothing
Yeah,
confirmed.
without getting too into it, it's
Hmm.
PlayStation 4 has 4K upgrading. So if games are on true 4K, they have software built in to uh, up the frame rate or up the appearance to make it look like 4K, but it's not true 4K.
Hmm.
And with this generation, the PS5, they were hoping that it would actually be 4K native. And what some developers are saying is it's not 4K. It's not
Hmm.
true 4K.
Hmm.
But like Anton said, it's rumors right now. We don't know for sure if that's true or not.
Hmm.
So I mean, I'm still waiting for Halo Infinite. To be honest, I probably wasn't going to get an Xbox at launch just because of availability.
Hmm.
But who knows? If I find it, I'll buy it. Definitely not going to try to wait for a deal.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Next story here. Scott Pilgrim, uh, the old comic book turned into a movie with Michael Cera. The creator, Brian O'Malley, recently tweeted, "P.S. Ubisoft reached out to me." And there has been a lot of people asking for, or a lot of Scott Pilgrim fans asking for a Scott Pilgrim video game. And this is a nice little teaser that we might be getting one in the near future.
I'm
Which
excited.
does Ubisoft make Nintendo games?
They
Because
do.
I feel like I was because I feel like this would be more of a Nintendo Switch
Yeah,
game
they
type
do.
if they do the
One
cell
of the biggest
animation.
ones is the Raving Rabbids with Mario.
I don't know what that is.
Are
But I
you
mean, like
serious? Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
I think if I see it, I'll know what it is. But based on the name, I don't. No, but I'm saying,
Okay.
don't give me that judgy face. But yeah, so this is one of those projects that if they stay true to the animation, it'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If they try to do a 3D, oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I know the background ones.
Okay.
If they, yeah, definitely recognize those creepy rabbits.
Yeah.
If they try to do like 3D rendering or try to do like more a different design, this is going to be a fail.
Yeah.
But with the current animation, I think it fits the Nintendo Switch's ecosystem better, and I would be so down to just download a mobile version of this.
I'm done.
Cool. All right, Anton. Anything else?
Nope. I think that wraps
All right.
up everything this week.
Cool. So if people want to keep our true self, how can I do that?
They can do that by going to our website at www.the2oc.com and maybe buy a sticker, t-shirt, hat, something. And if there was something that we talked about on the show or on our Instagram feed or any Twitter or Facebook or wherever we post, if there was a deal or something on Amazon, it gives us a little kickback. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. You can follow us on social media at the 2OC on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or you can send us an email to mail@the2oc.com, and just let us know what video game are you excited about? Are you Team PlayStation or Team Xbox or Nintendo Switch? I mean, whatever. And also don't forget to give us a 5-star on your podcatcher listening app. Gives us a little support without costing you anything, and helps us find newer listeners. Also tell your friends about us.
Yeah. Okay, and today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/the2oc. There are over 180,000 titles to choose from, and you can use it on your iPhone, Android, Kindle player, or MP3 player. So this week, I think there is an Audible exclusive. Well, I think I talked about it last time. Did I talk about it last time? It is a Audible original called The Sandman. It's based on a graphic novel written by Neil Gaiman. You probably heard about this one. Have you heard about this one, Alan?
I've heard of the book. I know this is a older book, but this is not we didn't talk about it on Audible yet. The other one we talked about was the one we talked about last week was Stephen King's book.
Okay, yeah. So this is this is a graphic novel that is based on a character called Lord Morpheus. He is the immortal king of dreams, stories, and imagination. But when those things are pulled from the realm of his imprisonment on Earth, he languishes for decades before finally escaping. Once free, he must retrieve the 3 tools that will restore his power and help him rebuild his dominion, which is kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of like God of War. Like if you play the games, it's kind of like his power is being stripped away, and then he had to redeem himself by going through all of these trials.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. My recommendation is Halo: The Fall of Reach. This is the first Halo novel that came out easily 20 years ago at this point, I think. But I mean, with the time that we have extra before Halo Infinite, it's nice to catch up and get the background of the Master Chief and where he came from. The books, I think, and I'll be honest here, the one that I kind of fell out of a little bit and forced myself to read is Halo: The Flood, because that is initially the story of the first Halo game. There's points of it where I'm like, okay, I played this part. But Halo: The Fall of Reach, it gives you the origin story of the Master Chief and some of the dark shit that happens in that world that they don't touch in the video games. All right, Anton. Is that it?
Yeah, that should be it.
All right. For the 2OC, I'm Al Flores.
And I'm Anton Duong. See you guys.
See you guys.